Welcome and hello to the iDaph podcast. I am Allison Capps, and I have with me Daphne Kirkwood, the owner of iDaph and our race director.
Hey there, everybody. It's good to be back, and we're excited to be talking about our next race.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about the Asheville Triathlon, which is taking place on Sunday, July 18th. It is coming up quick, and we are back in Asheville this year. Um, and we are so excited about that. It's going to be a great venue. It's awesome for all abilities. Daphne, you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so the Asheville Triathlon, it's been around a long, long time before I even started helping to organize it. And I used to actually participate in it too. Did you know that, Allison?
I didn't.
Yes, before I started race directing and took this one on. It was one that I like to participate in, so it holds a special place for me.
Yeah.
Last year, we had to move it to Hendersonville because of COVID and the permitting. They didn't actually even open the pool last year, so we moved it to Hendersonville. We got our permit for this year, but it really didn't happen without people raising their voices and saying, hey, we want to have it back, because it was a park that they weren't going to offer permits for events anymore. So we're really, really super happy to be back in Asheville. And so, if you're vacationing here, if you're flying into the Asheville airport and vacationing with us, and it's your first time, welcome. If you're a local, if you're a veteran participant, thanks for coming back and supporting this local triathlon again. And if you're a newbie, a beginner, you are going to rock this race. It is so great for your first time and for really every single ability of triathlete out there. So I do want to say really quick, thanks to Asheville School. They have been supporting this event for a long time with me. They always have a great crew come out, some of their staff and leadership to participate. So it's always fun to see them. I also want to just thank Emerge Ortho. They have stepped up to help us with this event this year too. The prices have just skyrocketed to put on events. And so I just want to thank Amy Riley. She is a triathlete. She was injured over this past year, and she's getting back into the swimming, biking, running. She'll be out there doing her first race back at the Asheville Tri. And so I just want to thank Amy and Emerge Ortho as well for supporting the event this year. Without, our great partners and supporters, we would not be able to do this. And so very grateful.
That's awesome. Thank you to those people. So the race is in Asheville. Where exactly does it start and finish?
Asheville Recreation Park. It is off of Gashes Creek Road in Asheville. So it's right below the WNC Nature Center. It's a great spot for a triathlon. The pool is right there by the picnic shelter. Everything's sort of close in, so the transition is right by the pool. It's a great spot for a try. The run is very flat. The bike is rolly, hilly. We are in Asheville, and the swim is completely flat. So it's in the pool.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Okay, so what about people that are coming from out of town? Are there hotel partners for this event?
Yeah, Applewood Manor, which is in Asheville, it's a bike-friendly bed and breakfast. They are supporting this event as a hotel partner. They're actually a bed and breakfast, but they're a bike-friendly, an athlete-friendly hotel. So if you're looking to stay at somewhere like that, where they get your needs as an athlete, check them out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Um, and we usually have a nonprofit and charity partner with each of one of our events. Um, who is it for this year?
Yeah, so we have Friends of the WNC Nature Center. So they do such a great job supporting the efforts at the Nature Center. And so we picked them this year for our charity partner. So we'll see some of their volunteers out at the race, and they will be part of the festivities.
Awesome. That is a great charity, and maybe people can go check out the nature center when they're done racing. Uh,
Exactly. It's right there.
yeah. So let's talk about what people can expect on race weekend. Packet pickup, registration. I know we're making some changes. Walk
Mhm.
us through it.
Yeah, so we have been offering since last June, since COVID hit, mailing out packets ahead of time to participants. So those are going to be put in the mail today. It's Thursday when we're recording this, July 8th. So those will be put in the mail today. They're all ready to go for the people who ordered that. We will not have a pre-race day packet pickup this year. Um, it just was not an affordable option for us to do that. And so we are only doing race day packet pickup. And so what you'll need to do is just come 30 to 45 minutes before your start time and get all your goodies from us. You can take and put these things in transition area with your bike and stuff like that. Or if you want to get your goodie bag after the race, you can do that if you don't want to have to lug it around or store it during the event. But you will have to get your bib and your ankle band and your safety pins from us before you race. So you will have to pick those things
Yeah.
up. The rest of it we can hold for you if you want us to.
Okay.
Yeah, and then also new for this year, we have Bare Bones Brewhouse coffee. I think they have hot chocolate too. I believe so.
Yeah, they usually do.
Yeah, so they will be there serving up coffee on race morning. So definitely bring some cash and support them in their efforts to be there to give you guys your caffeine before you get racing.
Yeah. They also usually have a couple pieces of fresh fruit and things like that too, if you need a quick snack before you start.
Yes.
Um, can folks register on race weekend?
They can up until race start time at 7 a.m. as long as we're not
Okay.
sold out. So
Okay.
we're over 150-ish right now, and
Hmm.
sellout for us is 200. So,
Okay.
I would just keep watching. If you're waiting to register, keep watching and make sure we don't sell out so you don't show up bright and early and there's no spots for you.
Yeah. Okay. So parking, can you talk to us about parking? Where is it and how it relates to the start and finish?
Yeah. So, first off, I would just say, go to our website, check out the courses, the run course, bike course, all of that stuff. If you get a chance to drive through that area before race day, check it out ahead of time. We have a lot of return people who will be attending, so they'll sort of know the drill. But just as a reminder, there's no parking available that's near the pool or the picnic shelter. Um, if the parking we want everybody to go to is the JBL soccer field parking. That's across the new bridge. And there's, a pretty close parking lot. And then once that fills up, there's other parking lots that are a little bit more of a distance away. Um, there is some parking below the nature center, right above where our hub is. There's a parking lot up there. The problem with that parking lot is that if you park there, you're sort of locked in until about 10:30 or so to be able to leave, because our race is happening through that parking lot, as well as down on the road. And so it's really difficult to leave, and it's not safe either. So we highly recommend that you just go park at the JBL soccer field parking lots, um,
Okay.
by the fields.
Okay, good to know. So, because you said some of the parking lots are further away, can people get dropped off with their stuff? How does that work?
Yeah, there's just not room for that. So there's not a drop off area. Once you cross the bridge on Gashes Creek Road, you'll just keep following and go across a second bridge to the JBL soccer fields.
Okay.
So, I would just suggest you put a backpack on and you have your stuff in it. You hop on your bike, you put your helmet on your head, and you just pedal over. Easy peasy. You don't need to be dropped off. And there's just not room for it. It's not safe.
Okay, awesome. So when you're parked, what's next as far as getting your packet, setting up your transition, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so you'll get your stuff at packet pickup. Like I mentioned, you decide what you want to take with you. We will not have body marking this year, so you don't need to worry about doing that. And then you're going to go set up your transition area. Transitions beside the pool. It's very convenient. It's close by. You can select the spot that you want. It's first come, first serve. We will ask you to put 8 to 9 bikes per rack. So make sure and leave space for your neighbor when you set your bike on the rack. Also, motion makers will be there on site at the pool, near the pool, to do bike checks ahead of the race if you want them to run through your gears, check your tire pressure, that sort of thing. So they will be there as well.
Awesome. Okay, so what are the courses like?
Yeah, well, like I said, the run course is very flat. The bike course is hilly. The swim is flat. I would, like I said, I would go check out the courses in your car if you would like to. Um, there's not there's I guess a little bit of a stinker hill because I like to add those.
Yeah.
Right as they're coming out of transition to run up the hill through the WNC Nature Center parking lot.
Okay.
And that's really the only hill that's there. It's an awesome course. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And so then you said the bike is a little hilly. Where does the bike course go?
It goes over to Riceville Road area. It
Okay.
crosses Tunnel Road. We will have police that'll be on site helping with cars and traffic and that sort of thing. So it sort of goes
Awesome.
all over onto the country roads and then back to the city.
Okay. So along those lines, is the course closed to cars and traffic then?
No, it is not. The courses are not closed, so you definitely need to be on the right side of the road, flowing with traffic when you're on your bike, just like you would be if you were out doing a training ride. You got to stay to the right. Don't take up the middle of the road. The only time you need to be in the middle is if you're passing someone and you need to watch for cars. The reason this event is on a Sunday morning early is because we're trying to beat all the traffic and all the
Yeah.
cars. So just be mindful and be cautious and be aware of your surroundings.
Okay. So let's talk about the course markings and signs. You and I love to run with our headphones and music, but are they allowed at this event? I think we should leave them at home for safety reasons. There's so much
Yeah.
traffic and everything going on. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think for this race, and how much I love running with music and stuff, there's just too much happening. We're in city
Okay.
limits for it. People are parking and coming and going, and so on the run and on the bike, you really do not need to have headphones on for this event. So just leave them at home. Enjoy the experience. Cheer on your fellow friends and other folks racing, and just be able to be present and listening, especially if there's other traffic or people passing you.
Okay, good to know. And then the course markings, what colors should everyone look for?
Yep, so we will have pink markings for the bike course, and we'll have yellow markings for the run course. And
Okay.
know the route. Like I said, there's Ride with GPS maps, which are on our website. They'll also be in the event guide. So know those and pay attention to the course markings and the signs. There is another event happening the day before our event, so we won't be putting a lot of those markings out ahead of time. And so, they'll be out race morning for you.
Okay, sounds good. Are there restrooms near the race hub?
Yep, there's some right up at the finish area. There will be porta johns as well as restrooms.
Okay. And I know for the Hendersonville tribe, people left running shoes near the pool so that they could
Mhm.
run with them to their transition. Will they need to do that at this event?
No, they don't need to. The transition area is right next to the pool. It's
Okay.
quick and easy, and there's really no place to put your shoes at the pool, so
Okay.
there's no need to do that. And also, I'm glad you brought that up because the pool will close and lock the gates as soon as all of our folks are out of the pool. So you do not want to leave
Oh,
any of your stuff in there, towels, sandals, anything that you might have left while you were in the swim lineup, it will be locked in there. So definitely
okay.
keep all your belongings in transition. And then when you walk over, just only have your swim cap if you're going to wear one, which we don't provide. So you need to bring your own if you want one, and then your goggles, and make sure you have your ankle band on.
Okay. Sounds good. And this race is a time trial start with waves. So what does
Mhm.
that look like? You
Yep.
mentioned standing in your wave line.
Yeah, so this has always been a time trial start event, but we're doing the waves a little bit different. It'll be like Hendersonville Triathlon, where we put folks in waves according to the swim start or swim finish time, I guess, that they submitted online. It was 100-yard swim time. So that's how we organize folks. And then we'll send out that list on Friday at noon before the race. And so we'll give, approximate times that you need to be there at the pool to get in your lineup. The lineup's first come, first serve. So you just, you need to be ready to start and just be there, not dilly-dallying, not trying to, fix your watch and that sort of thing. Like when you're there in the swim lineup, we're going to start everybody, 10 to 15 seconds apart. So
Okay. Good to
um
know.
there will be swim warm-ups from 7 to 7:20 at the pool. So feel free to come in, do a warm-up, check your equipment, whatever. And then everybody will have to get out at 7:20, and we'll make a few announcements, and then we'll get started right at 7:30.
Okay. Awesome.
Hmm. Yeah, a
Okay.
few other things just really quick about the pool that
Oh,
I
yeah.
do want to mention. So I made a video recently that I would suggest everybody check out. It's about the transitions and the swim, and it shows, what the pool looks like and how you go under the ropes and zigzag through the pool. So definitely check that out. Especially if you haven't done this event before. If you've done it before, you'll know the drill. So no sweat.
Okay. Awesome. So when they get done swimming, then what?
Yep. So they will run out of the transition area, and they'll follow the signs and markings. They'll go back to the back of transition, which all of that is on the video that I made that you should definitely watch. Grab your helmet, get your bike, get your shoes on, and then you run out with your bike out of transition area, and you go to the bike mount line. There's a line, it says mount and dismount. And then you'll hop on your bike and you'll ride it out. And then once you come back to that mount dismount line, you'll hop off your bike and you'll push your bike into transition area and put your bike back on the rack.
Awesome. Okay. So that makes sense. So they've swam and biked, and now the final part is the 5K run. How do they start the run?
Yep. So they'll finish the bike, put their bike up, they'll grab their running stuff, and they'll run out the back of transition up the little stinker hill that I was talking about through the parking lot. And they definitely have to have their race number on while they're running. We'd like it to be on while they're biking as well. If you can put it on your shirt or your shorts, you don't have to wear your race number while you're swimming. But definitely have that on. And when you finish, it needs to be on the front of your body so that we can see it as you're crossing the finish line.
Okay.
We will have a water station on the course. Green Moose Fuel will be out there, and it's about the halfway point for the 5K at the turnaround, and they'll be handing out water, Gatorade, and Moose Fuel is what they call it. It's like a little packet of gel. And so they'll have those out there. But if you want to carry your own, if it's going to be a hot day, Fleet Feet has some handheld water devices that you can get from them. So,
Yeah,
you
those
know,
are awesome too,
yeah,
just to have.
yep,
Okay, so the run course is marked with yellow.
yep.
Um, and I think that's it. So then you cross your finish line and it's easy peasy done.
Yeah, you're done, right? No sweat, no sweat at all. Actually, you will sweat. We're pretty sure, even though it's a morning race, you'll definitely
It's
break a
July.
sweat. Yeah, it's July. You'll grab your finisher medal and your drink, and you'll head down to the post-race party. We'll have some snacks and drinks there. Bucci has donated some of their Bucci cans for participants that like kombucha. So you can try those out while they last. PT Solutions will be there doing injury screenings again. Yoga and massage will be there doing massages. We also might have First Bank there. First Bank is a new partner of ours. And so I know if they're not present on site, there'll be stuff in the goodie bag and they might have some folks racing. So check them out.
Awesome.
And then Jay Hambus with Jaybird Coaching. He'll be there afterwards, and you can talk to him about having him help you with your triathlon goals for the future. He's just great and is such a good resource when it comes to triathlon and racing and improving and all of that stuff. So he'll be there too.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. People will want to check him out if they either race really poorly or really great,
Yeah,
because he can help you reach the next level, your next goal, or figure out what you did wrong. So
exactly.
that'll be a great resource for people. Okay, so what about prizes and awards? Are we doing an award ceremony for this one? I know, just to reiterate, results are always posted online at iDaph.net.
Hmm.
When you finish and they're live, don't feel like you have to walk over and ask us at the tent.
Yeah.
They're online.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're going to post them online throughout the race, iDaph.net. The thing about this, and we have to mention this every time on our podcast, is it's a time trial. So somebody who started after you could be faster than you and not be finished yet. So
Mhm.
when we post the results, they can change throughout the morning. So just because you show up first in your age group at 9 o'clock, you could get bumped by 9:45, which sucks. And I hate to break that to you, but that's just the way it goes with the time trial start.
Yeah.
So you got to keep checking, and we'll keep updating those results as they come in. We also, will pull all the data from all of the timing mats. There is a timing mat at the swim start, and then one on both the entrance and exit of the transition zones. So we pull all that data at the very end and then upload that too, and just make sure everybody went through the right areas and everything. That's really important for your timing to not be messed up, that you go through the proper ways in transition, and that you have that timing ankle chip on the whole time. But we're going to sort of do a hybrid for the awards. Allison, back to that
Okay.
question. I got sort of sidetracked. Sorry about that. If you win an award, which the awards this year are Asheville Triathlon towels. They're super cool. If you've not checked them out,
Yeah.
definitely go to the Asheville Triathlon Facebook page and see those. They're really neat. We'll also have gift cards from Fleet Feet and Motion Makers for our overall winners. And at 10:30, starting at 10:30 at the picnic shelter, you can come and pick up the towel and the gift card, or whatever your age group category might be. We should have them ready around 10:30 for you to pick up. Again, we can't give those out earlier than that because of the time trial start and us checking all the mats and stuff like that. So 10:30 is a safe bet, or approximately around that time. And if you can't stick around, if you want to leave, we totally get it. You have other stuff to do and get to do. And so you can pick those up from Fleet Feet starting on Tuesday, July 20th after 3 p.m. And they'll be there through the end of the month, through the end of July. Or you can pay and have it mailed. So those are your
Okay.
options. So we won't have an official awards ceremony, but we will hand out some awards if people want to stick around.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. And we have an important interactive event guide that will be emailed out to um, all the participants with maps, cue sheets, all of this information that is on the podcast will also be on there, so you can see it written down. Um, is there anything else that you can think of that people need to know or should look at ahead of time?
Yeah, I would just say, if you can drive the bike course, drive it ahead of time, just so you're familiar. The Ride with GPS map has cues on it, so that should walk you through pretty easily on all the turns and everything. So you can do that ahead of time. Watch the YouTube video on transitions. I think that'll be really helpful, hopefully, for people. And then the last thing is just stay to the side of the road. Please do not take up the middle of the road. We don't own the road with this race. We are there just passing through. And so, when you're biking and running, stay to the side. There's going to be traffic coming through. There just will
Okay.
be. So be careful.
Okay. And one thing that we haven't talked about yet is
Mhm.
spectators and people trying to follow along with people along the course.
Yeah.
Um, how
Yeah, I
does that
think for
work for
this
this one?
race, you really need to just park at the JBL soccer field, and
Okay.
they can be around the finish area, around the transition. They just need to stay out of the way of the
Okay.
participants. But as far as following along on the course, on the bike or run, there's just no reason to do that. It just adds another
Yeah.
car to the road, so we just don't want people to do that.
Okay. Sounds good. And then is there going to be someone taking photos out on the race course?
Yeah, Christopher Thompson with Asheville Videography will be out there again, taking
Nice.
those photos. Yeah, he has been doing that for years. Thank you so much, Chris. And you can have your spectator friends take pictures too. We're not guaranteeing everybody's going to get a race picture. We'll have random pictures taken, but if you definitely want your own photo, have your friend or a spectator do that for you. And then tag us on Instagram at iDaph
Yeah.
events. And, you can use hashtag AVL Triathlon or just spell out Asheville Triathlon with the hashtag, and we'll see that and we can repost that for you on our story.
Awesome. Okay. So is there anything else?
I can't think of anything. I think we covered all the nuts and bolts. Again, the race is on Sunday, July 18th, and just excited to see everybody back in Asheville.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Okay, well, thanks for joining our podcast today and holding out to the end with us. We look forward to seeing you at the Asheville Triathlon in Asheville next Sunday.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See ya.